If you're planning to sell your home, this video is designed to help you do that for the most money, in the least time, and with the least inconvenience. It will also help you avoid mistakes that reduce your home's value and prevent its sale. Selecting a qualified real estate agent is the first and most important step to achieving these objectives. And because all real estate agents are not equal, you need to understand the criteria by which to compare them. Some of the criteria we discuss throughout this video will apply to the individual agent, while others may apply to the agent's company. And while both play important roles in creating a positive outcome for you, it is ultimately the agent who determines your level of service and results. Let's begin by separating a real estate agent's value into two general areas: services and results. Services describe what the agent does, the things over which he or she has control, the things he or she performs during the listing period. Results describe what you, the seller, receives, the measurable outcomes. An impressive list of services is only meaningful if it produces a closed sale in a reasonable period of time. And even if your home sells quickly, remember, the services don't stop there. As you'll see during this video, the agent oversees the sale of your home from putting it on the market to negotiating an offer and throughout the listing process till the final closed transaction. You're not paying for just the time it took to receive an offer. You're paying for the years of experience and the access to buyers that resulted in it selling quickly. You're also paying for the service and experience that ensure the listing results in a closed sale. Agents aren't paid for their time. They're paid for the results they create in that time. With that in mind, let's take a look at the 8 major events that occur in every real estate transaction. Let's begin with the 8th and most important, receiving your final equity payment. After all, at the end of this process, you want your home to be converted to cash. However, for this to happen, 7 other major events must first occur. They include marketing management, exposure to agents, exposure to the public, securing prospects, demonstrating your home, securing an agreement to purchase, and successfully closing the transaction. Only when these first 7 are performed properly and in a timely manner do you receive your final equity payment. You may have noticed that the determination of asking price is not a step in this sequence. This is because it is not a criterion by which to select an agent. Too many homeowners make the mistake of selecting an agent based on a suggested asking price instead of an agent's ability to perform these steps and ultimately achieve market value. Now let's examine each of the events your agent controls. The first area to consider when selecting an agent is his or her marketing management ability. When your home was first built, someone served as the general contractor who coordinated the foundation, framing, plumbing, electrical, and so on, all the way to the final occupancy. Now to sell your home, someone must serve as the marketing manager who will coordinate the exposure, showings, negotiation, and financing process up to the final close of escrow. Marketing management encompasses a significant amount of work in the overall transaction. Here are several criteria to consider when measuring a real estate agent's ability to manage this process. First, look at their experience in marketing. Agents and real estate companies who've handled a multitude of transactions have first-hand knowledge of buyer expectations, marketing techniques, and challenges they must be prepared to manage. Be sure to ask about both the agent's and the company's history. Ask about their sales offices. What are their national, state, or local affiliations? What designations do they carry? For example, not all real estate agents are realtors. A realtor is a member of the National Association of Realtors and must comply with the strict Realtor Code of Ethics. This ensures that you will be treated fairly and professionally every step of the way. The next important factor is production. This examines the types and quantity of real estate sold. Here, you'll want to know about market specialization. In what areas, price ranges, and property types do they work? Market share. This measures their or their company's control over the market and ability to attract buyers through their presence. Units sold. How many homes have they or their company sold? Sales volume. This measures home sales by dollar volume. You can also measure an agent's performance statistics similar to the way baseball players are measured by their batting averages. Although these statistics don't guarantee future performance, they're important standards by which to compare real estate agents because they quantify results. The 3 primary statistics are days on market, expiration ratio, and sale to list ratio. Comparing these statistics against the market and among the competition will help you know respectively who has the best track record for number 1, selling your home quickly, 2, ensuring that the listing results in a closed sale, and 3, securing the highest price for your home. Another way to predict an agent's ability is through feedback and comments from previous clients. If most past clients were satisfied with the services and results, you can likely expect a similar experience. Request and examine your agent's references. Ask for letters from some of their most recent clients and examine lists of sales by his or her company. It's also important to realize that your agent doesn't work alone. The marketing of your home is a huge undertaking, and to do it successfully, many agents employ a dedicated team or utilize support staff and services through their company. Learn about the help your agent receives from members of his or her team and office staff. Ask about the role and expectations of each and gain an understanding of how others might support all the activities surrounding the sale of your home. And finally, having an agent who can connect you to services used throughout the transaction, such as mortgage lenders, title representatives, and escrow services, is very beneficial. Be sure to have your agent familiarize you with their company's offerings on this front and how he or she oversees the process for you. Perhaps one of the most frustrating experiences in customer service is the inability to reach someone when you need them, making availability very important. Although an agent should not be expected to interrupt a client meeting to take a call, he or she must have systems in place to be available within a reasonable period of time or to provide a response from an assistant. Ask about their hours of availability, methods of staying in touch, and expected response time to inquiries. Another related complaint expressed by home sellers is the lack of ongoing communication by their agent during the term of the listing. In particular, what the market is saying about the home once buyers and agents begin to view it. Ask your agent how and when he or she will provide this feedback. One final consideration on communication has to do with all the various ways in which we communicate with each other, such as email, fax, voicemail, cell phones, and pagers. When a person's only tool is a hammer, they see the world as a nail and assume everyone wants to communicate in the same way they do. This is most evident in the inappropriate use of email when a telephone call would have been much faster and more direct. You and your agent need to gain agreement about how you will communicate with each other. Discuss your preferred communication methods and be sure your agent can use the right communication vehicles that work best for you in various situations. Once you've selected an agent who can manage the marketing, their first step will be to organize your home's exposure to agents. You may not be aware of this, but a significant portion of homes are actually sold by agents other than the listing agent or company. And a good agent welcomes this involvement and actively promotes cooperation from their fellow competitors. In fact, through the Multiple Listing Service, or MLS, they agree to share their commissions with other brokers as a way of encouraging them to bring their buyers to you. And this continues to be one of the best tools agents provide to their sellers. To take advantage of this relationship, good agents must first collect and provide accurate data to the MLS. The sales copy must be compelling, not only to prospects, but to other agents as well. Quality photos are another important element that will invite showings. Once the data and marketing information are gathered, it must be distributed to other agents. Most communities have a multiple listing service, which is usually the first method of distribution. Your agent may arrange an office tour for his or her office, as well as an agent open house for other companies in the area. Some agents also send emails and flyers to their own network of agents who work the area. Remember, the more agents who know about your home, the better. So ask your agent about how they achieve maximum exposure to agents. The next and most visible event is exposure to the public. This is how your agent will reach prospects who aren't currently working with an agent. This exposure should begin with the mass market through the local level and right down to the specific neighborhood. And because the internet clearly has mass appeal, a majority of buyers today use it for their first tool to search for homes. If your home is not displayed properly on the internet, it will be invisible to them. Buyers search the market prices and inventory to narrow down their housing criteria. Buyers do not, however, conduct the purchase via the internet. Instead, they establish a relationship with a real estate agent who helps them find a home and arrange for its purchase. A real estate agent should place your home on a variety of websites that appeal to your most likely buyer. See how your agent describes and displays homes on a website. And take a look at the quantity and quality of photos placed. Buyers prefer the ease and speed of flat photos, but in some cases they may want a virtual tour. Ask your agent about these options. Finally, check how an interested prospect connects to the agent and company. A typical home buyer purchases a new home within about 12 miles of their current home. Based on this, it's important to make your home visible to this local group. Real estate agents know what media generates the most responses to their listings. Classified newspaper advertising has long been a staple and may still be part of the mix. But given the effectiveness of the internet, many agents and companies have moved their budgets to electronic marketing with much greater success. Depending on the price range of your home, companies may use additional publications such as home guides, magazines, special brochures, or a television showcase. Direct mail can also be an effective tool to reach targeted local people, so your agent may send just listed cards. And 360-degree virtual tours are growing in popularity with today's busy buyers. A good real estate agent continues marketing your home right up to the front door and into the home. A well-placed for sale sign attracts the prospects driving the area. A custom sign writer may highlight a key feature, and a brochure box provides informative feature sheets. Finally, open houses are not appropriate for all homes, but can be very effective for the right property. Ask your agent what days and times would be best. Although your open house may not produce the specific buyer for your home, the collective benefit of all the company's open houses may produce a prospect for you. There's a phrase in racing that says, to finish first, you must first finish. So to get someone to buy your home, you must first get them into your home. Generating interest in your home is one thing. Securing the appointment to show your home is another. This requires systems, sales skills, and prompt responses to prospect inquiries. If they don't answer the phone or reply back to messages promptly, then the marketing was irrelevant. Your agent should have the means to quickly respond to prospect inquiries and convert them to showings. Buyers will pay more for a property if they can see it while they're still excited, but a slow response will cause them to lose interest. Find out how long it takes your agent to respond. Research their telephone systems to see how they respond to sign calls, ad calls, and other inquiries. What systems do they have to capture inquiries? How does their website capture prospects? Once contacted, you'll want to know how they handle inquiries, track prospects, and follow up so they can move to the next step, demonstrating the home. Having secured a prospect for your home, it's time to arrange showings to demonstrate the benefits of your home. This requires your agent to guide you in the preparation of your home to arrange the showings and provide in-home marketing. You've heard the phrase, you don't get a second chance to make a good first impression. People buy emotionally through sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell. Your agent should provide suggestions to appeal to these senses and set the stage for a positive showing experience. Another way to improve the appeal of your home is to provide a home warranty. It protects the buyers from system malfunctions within the first year of ownership, and it's in effect during the listing period. The dual benefit of providing security to your buyer and peace of mind to you makes it worth the additional cost. So ask your agent about home warranties. Your real estate agent should also describe the process for arranging showings. Ask how they set up showing appointments and provide advance notice to you. Have them describe their key box, access, and security. And although most showings are scheduled in advance, you should be prepared for the impulsive showing when a motivated buyer calls your agent from a cell phone in front of your home waiting to see it right away. You should be prepared for these types of calls from your agent and know in advance how to respond to these impromptu requests so you don't lose a motivated buyer. Because some buyers will be working with co-op agents from outside the area, it may be advantageous to provide some sort of home book that includes seasonal photos, energy costs, financing options, community amenities, and schools. This assists the agent in answering their buyers' questions quickly. Now, during the showing, in-home placards highlight key features and provide detailed information. All this information assists in answering key questions about your home and community that buyers will have. Be sure to ask prospective agents what they offer on this front. The next step is to secure an agreement to purchase your home. In the world of sales, it's called closing, and it's where skilled negotiators earn their fee. They must have the selling skills to encourage buyers to submit an agreement, the logical reasoning ability to justify the purchase decision, and the objectivity to satisfy the needs of all parties. This requires your agent to explain the buying process, negotiate the terms of agreement, and obtain a signed, legally binding contract. They must also have plans to handle the various contractual situations such as multiple offers, and contingent offers. The most common contingency is when buyers offer to purchase your home contingent upon selling theirs. Ask your agent how those situations are handled. By the way, if your agent asks you to list your home with him or her, then you know they have the skill and confidence to ask a buyer to buy your home. Most real estate sales result in a closed transaction, but some sales can and do fall through. Transactions sometimes fail through the actions of any of the 10 to 20 people who will be involved, including appraisers, inspectors, mortgage companies, processors, title examiners, and, believe it or not, well-meaning friends and family members. Your real estate agent must have a plan for managing the process and responding to problems throughout. A critical step in closing is to ensure that the buyer has appropriate financing arranged and secured. Now, today, most buyers enter into a purchase agreement only when pre-approved. Nevertheless, the final verification of credit reports, income, financial situation, and the appraisal occurs during this period. The escrow process also involves securing title insurance, homeowners insurance, document preparation, and fund disbursement statements, as well as ensuring that you, the seller, has all your information in order. Your agent should keep you apprised with weekly updates throughout the escrow period. This helps all parties stay focused on the goal of an on-time closing. As you can see from this list, there's a lot to do, but it's all necessary to achieve a positive end result, your final equity payment. Now that you have a comprehensive understanding of all the events and services involved in selling your home, I want you to consider those things that offer the most value to you. This will be important as I discuss in this final section the area of real estate agent compensation. Whether it's called a brokerage fee or sales commission, the final amount is negotiated between you and your agent. Companies are free to price their service at any level commensurate with their value, and you, the consumer, are free to select the company with the price-value combination that meets your needs. But if you choose by price alone, you'll miss the important half of the cost-benefit equation. So as with any professional, such as a doctor, lawyer, or accountant, what makes one worth more than another? The answer lies in their delivery of services and results, and hopefully this video has provided the criteria by which to analyze both. Consider this example. At the time you purchased your present vehicle, were comparable lower-priced options available? If so, you probably examined the prices and asked yourself the question, what's the difference? Then you went on to pay more because one had features that were important to you. The same holds true for real estate agents. So here's a question to ask yourself when comparing them. If their fees weren't different, whom would you hire and why? The next consideration is a company's ability to produce the most important result, maximum net equity. When sellers are asked why they'd be attracted to a lower commission, they say it's to save money in order to increase their net from the sale. But the question is, will a low fee accomplish this? In order to achieve any net at all, the home must sell in a reasonable time, and for market value. If not, then the company actually costs you time and money. Another common and very understandable question from sellers in more expensive homes is, why should the fee be higher? First, the higher the price, the fewer the buyers who can afford the home. In some cases, only 1 to 3% of the population. Reaching this limited group of buyers requires longer marketing times, more expensive advertising and media, professional photography, and expensive flyers. This group is also more difficult to contact, so you're paying for the years of relationships and the special access your agent has with this unique group of prospects. Finally, it might be helpful to know how a typical fee is allocated. This represents the entire fee you pay to your realtor. The first split is between the listing company and the selling company. In order to expose your home to other agents via the MLS, a significant portion of the total fee is paid to the co-op company. This brings more buyers to you. The remainder is split again between your listing agent and his or her company. The company's portion pays for occupancy, support staff, advertising, marketing programs, websites, technology, and communications, all the services that help sell your home. Agents must pay from their portion additional marketing and business expenses, continuing education, professional dues, and insurance. Consider all this when you determine the trade-offs between results and the overall fee. The process of successfully selling a home requires the people skills to deal with the parties involved. the technical skills to market with today's technology, and the personal commitment to see the process through to the end. By providing you with this video, your agent has demonstrated his or her understanding of these required skills. As with a trusted doctor, expert lawyer, or proficient accountant, you attain peace of mind by selecting a capable real estate agent. You are now prepared with the right criteria to use in assessing and selecting the best real estate agent to help you reach the most critical step in the process, receipt of your final equity payment. To further assist you in the selection process, I've provided on this DVD a checklist that serves as a guide for assessing agents. You can access this guide either on screen or you may print it directly off the DVD. For detailed instructions, please select the bonus features from the main menu.